With the advance of artificial intelligence, many people wonder, what place will there be for human beings? What will human beings be doing once artificial intelligence takes over so many parts of our lives? You look at it and there are lawyers being replaced by artificial intelligence, doctors, radiologists, writers, script writers. So many fields are being taken over by artificial intelligence. And so people wonder, what is going to be the future? Even rabbis, you see these sermons, these beautiful speeches being written by Chat GPT, and people wonder what's going to be the future of humans in this world that can replace them with artificial intelligence. And they're concerned, and rightfully so. And we definitely need to make sure we regulate artificial intelligence so it doesn't become too powerful. But nonetheless, I am confident in the future of humans. You know why? Because of this week's Parsha. The Torah says that in this week's Parsha, Moshe has his most human moment possible. He has a complete meltdown. He quits. He is no longer able to carry on. It was one thing to lead the Jews out of the Egyptian slavery and through the Red Sea and go on with the man and the water. But now, what kind of complaints is Moshe getting? Complaints about food, about flavors. They don't like it. And Moshe says to Hashem, I can no longer do this. I didn't even bear these people. I didn't bear them. I didn't give birth to them. It's not my responsibility to take care of them, even in the face of such tantrums. And so God says to him, you know what? You're right. I accept your complaint. And then God tells him to appoint what we know today as the Sanhedrin, the Supreme Court of 70 judges that sat in the temple, right near the temple. And that is where the source of the Sanhedrin is. That's where you have the story of Eldad and Medad, those who prophesied to Moshe's joy, even though it was unexpected. The most humane moments that we have in our Torah, the most human moments of Moshe melting down and the appointment of judges, shows us that sometimes in our frustration, in our difficulties, in our most human moments, that's when the plan B comes. And plan B is actually something great. We have that in another place in our Parsha, Pesach Sheni, the second Passover. The Jews who were carrying the coffin of Joseph say, why should we not be able to keep the first Passover? After all, we're doing a mitzvah. We're carrying the coffin of Joseph. And so, yes, we are impure. We are not able to eat the Korban Pesach, but should we really lose out? And so God tells Moses, you know what, they're right. Let's do a plan B. Let's have a second Pesach for them. And how did these people merit for God to give a mitzvah through them? The Gemara says, Megalgelin zchut al yedei zakai. We give a merit to the world through a meritful person. And so the Torah says, make sure you have a Pesach Sheni because of their plan B. Sometimes the greatest things in life come through disappointment, difficulty, and even tragedy sometimes, going to plan B. You think about people like Albert Einstein. His greatness came mostly from being rejected by great institutions, great publications, going to work in a patent office at a very, very low job so that he can have a lot of time for his thoughts and innovation. You think about people like Jewish Nobel winner Rita Levi Monticelli in Italy, who ran away from the Nazis to the countryside. It was living in a farmhouse with chickens, and all she had to eat was eggs. And that is when she discovered nerve growth factor, one of the greatest scientific innovations for which she did receive a Nobel Prize. She later became a member of the Italian Senate through Plan B. Sometimes the most human achievements, the most significant achievements we'll make will come when we are most surprised, like Thomas Edison, like whenever it is that we're completely thrown off, Benjamin Franklin. We're in a moment that we're surprised, we're disappointed, we're broken, and that is when the greatness comes. So artificial intelligence does not experience those lows. I don't think it will experience those highs, and therefore the human spirit will prevail. Humans will able to find ways to succeed and thrive even in the face of such great changes as ChatGPT. Remember, the lesson of Parshat Behaalotcha is the power of Plan B, of taking a second route, an alternate route, and that becoming the ideal one that changes the world for the better. Shabbat Shalom.